Begin now with education, as the state education department recently launched an online tool that allows public access to school numbers that analyze and compare school districts with each other. News 19's Cassidy Beyer took a deep dive into the data and found one district that stands out from the rest.
If people don't really understand exactly the context to all of the dollars that you have received, that's why it's going to be very, very important that we explain that.
The new online dashboard tool allows public access to see how each school district is performing while comparing performance to factors such as poverty rate and teacher-to-student ratio. The tool also breaks down how each district is using their taxpayer dollars from the 21-22 school year. One district that stood out when comparing the percent of students in poverty and test scores was Fairfield County.
Motto here is excellence through teamwork, and you probably say, why is that so important? You know, I remind people that the trajectory of a young person is not the sole responsibility of a school system.
That's the superintendent of the Fairfield district, Dr. J.R. Green. His school district has 87% of students in poverty, the 7th highest percentile in the state. When comparing other districts with a similar percentile of students in poverty, Fairfield is performing roughly 10% higher. Resources are also a big reason why Dr. Green says Fairfield students are performing above the dashboard's line of regression.
Because of the funding formula in South Carolina, the overwhelming majority of operational revenue that a school district receives comes from industry. And so we have this one huge industry in Fairfield County that probably contributes about 1 out of every 2 operational dollars that we receive.
That revenue puts the district in a position where, according to the dashboard, revenues per student is almost double the state average. Students per teacher is the lowest in the state, and test scores are higher than schools with similar poverty rates.
The way we move the needle as a state is to start looking at some of these institutions who are doing an effective job of working through the most difficult circumstances.
Cassidy Beyer, News 19 WLTX.
To access that dashboard and compare how your district is performing with others and using their taxpayer dollars, you can find a link on our website. That's WLTX.com.